All right, so I'm going to show you how to get started canning with your SL1 Can Seamer. First things first, you want to read through the manual in its entirety. It'll only take you about 15 or 20 minutes. It'll get you familiar with all the parts and pieces and the function of the seamer. The manual can be found on our website, and there's also a link to it in the email we sent you before we shipped your seamer. To set up your seamer, the first thing you need to do is thread the handle in. So rotate that arm back so that you can get to that threaded hole there. Thread the handle in, and very importantly, use a 7/16 inch wrench up against this nut here to tighten the handle into the hole. If you don't tighten it in, these threads can back out over time and bend or break. To get started seaming, first thing you want to do is get familiar with the positions of the operating lever. Position 0 is with the knob located along the center line of the seamer in this area here. Position 1 is all the way to the right against the hard stop, and position 2 is all the way to the left against the hard stop. And you want to get familiar with that and kind of run it without a can in it a few times to get a feel for the distance to the hard stop. It's also important to know that the force it takes to actually seam the can isn't much different than without a can. So just know that when you're running it with a can, you don't need to push really hard against the stop or anything. Just move it over until it hits the stop and then move it the other way until it hits the stop. Start with the handle in the 0 position. Load the can on top of the lower chuck and rotate it against this can guide here. Raise the handle and lock it in place. Turn the seamer on and then rotate the handle to the right until the first operation just touches the can, and then use a 1-2 count all the way to the hard stop. Hold it there for 1 and then back it off. So 1, 2, 1, back it off. Then do the same for the second operation. Rotate it till it touches the can, right there. 1, 2, 1, and back it off. And turn the seamer off. Once you've seamed a few cans the more slow and deliberate way, seaming cans will be a little bit smoother and it'll look more like this.